2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Here we go. 8, 9. All right, let's have a look here. What's going on? Oh boy, here we go. It's already started, you crazy people. Hold on. Just adjusting the sound. Bear with me. Oh, trying to adjust the sound. Let's have a look. Who's showing up? Live before the sun does rise. Where's my pen? Hold on, slow down, people. Holy shit. Oh no! Can you see why I call it Sunday Night Live? Oh no! Oh my gosh. Hi, Dimple. Yay. Shay. What's up, Shay? Shay dog. Woo. Indeed. Sounds like a sort of like a legal clause or something. Janelle. Let's have a look. See who's in the house, folks. Mike. Hey, Mike. Mike, you were here earlier, weren't you? You're going to get a reading, Mike. Okay. Kristen Nepurkowski. Hey, Kristen. I'm just going to say Kristen N. It's too big. That name's too big. Sharon. Hey, Sharon. What's up? Welcome back. Sharon B. Because there might be some other Sharons here tonight. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's keep scrolling. I got to get some more folks here. Wait a minute. I lost the track. I lost it. Rose M. I'm just going to say Rose M. Resonate inside us. Love is the word. Courtney Savoy. Sounds like you're a movie star. Courtney S. M. Knox. Hey, M. Knox. Greetings, everybody. We got some good old regulars here. Thanks for coming back, folks. Emma Hall. I used to have such a crush on Emma. I can't remember her last name, but I would chase her around the schoolyard until I got stopped by the teachers. Oops. Virginia. Hi, Virginia. Let's have a look. What's going on? B. Roxanne. Broxanne. I'm just going to say Broxanne, okay? Well, if you're not, Jason. I'm just going to say Jason S, okay? Jason S, okay. Jill M. Jill Moreno. Jill M. I'm just going to put Jill M, okay? And sweet basil. Delicious. Sweet basil. Sweet basil. Okay. Like the herb. Yeah, the readings have only just come out. Hi, Steve. Hi, Steph. Steph K. That's a different. My goodness. Okay, Steph K. Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Good evening. I'm trying to catch up with the names that just flooded very fast. Sorry. Melissa W. In case there's another Melissa. Sarah G. I'm just going to put Sarah G. Okay? Sarah G. Right? Sarah G. How about that? It's something. You get it started. Whoa, whoa, slow down. Oh my God. Love is the word. Yeah. Love is the word. Lisa T. Virginia. Happy go lucky. Happy Joe. Happy go. I don't have room. I'm just gonna go happy go, okay? Gucci Black. Oh, very cool. You know, we're very, very stylish here on Tarot Illumination, as you know. It's the ultimate style channel. And of course, that reminds me to tell you about the beautiful Tarot Illumination silk scarf, everybody. So, you know, you have to watch other videos about that. But yeah, anyway, thank you, Gucci Black, for showing up. Awesome for reminding everyone about the awesome Brady Boyd. Brady Boyd. Okay. Brady B. Just call you Brady B, all right? We're just checking names in. Just checking names in, okay? Stephanie 1. Wait a minute. I didn't get you earlier. I'm pretty sure. There's Steph K, but you're Stephanie 1. Okay. All right. Rise, I reach up for the skies. Stephanie B. Okay. Sonia Sharma. Sonia Sharma. The sun's rays before on my way. I got you, Happy Go Lucky. I got you here. Abby's in the house. Abby's in the house. Abby C in the house, folks. Abby's in the house. We're going to be doing a modeling event soon, by the way, folks, with Abby. Now you know. Mike Wells, I got you earlier, Mike. Paul McCann. Hi, Paul. Greetings. McSee. Paul McSee. How about that? Ryan Boomer. Ryan B. Bunch of guys here tonight. Welcome, guys. There's a lot of lovely women here, just so that you know. Trace, I got you right now. Coming in, all right? Tracy Smith. Okay, Trace Smith. Jason Stephen White. I got you, Jason. Already. What's that? Who's that? Oh, wait a minute. I missed something. Wait a minute. I missed some names. Hold on. Wait a minute. I have to go back. Stay there. Slow down. Ari DeLeo. Ari DeLeo. Cha Edwin. Hey, Cha. What's going on? Okay, Cha's in the house. Favorites here. Yay. Thanks for the reading, by the way. Super. It really helped. Yeah. Lucky Libras. As I reach up for the sky. Trina Martins. Trina, you're from... Where are you? Denmark? I forgot. I know you've told us before. LaRasha, you're here. Welcome back, LaRasha. Welcome back. Welcome back. Empress is in the house. Empress. God, there's a lot of people. Slow down. I'm just going to put Rose M. Manduhano. Rose M. Manduhano. Okay, that's you. Destiny. Okay, it's kind of like a one name like Madonna or Eminem or something. Destiny. Okay. I put dentist. I was gonna put dentistry. Sorry. Carla Pulido. Oh my gosh, we're piling it up here, folks. Carla Pulido. I'm only at Carla. There's more names. Carla P. Then after Carla, we have Janelli. I hope I said that right. I don't really know how else to say it. Christine R. I'm just going to put you as Christine R. Yeah, yeah, love is the word. Yeah, 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 love is the word. Yeah, 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 love is the word. Yeah, 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 love is the word. And I've got, oh, I'm missing somebody. Lisa D. I got Lisa D already, didn't I? I'm not sure. Hold on, I'm going to stop the music for a minute so I can concentrate, you guys. Maria P. Did I get you earlier? Maria P. I'm going, we have to go pages now. Oh, I just want to get everybody on record who's here. I guess I didn't get you earlier. I thought I did. Sorry. Maria P. Just put that there. Okay. We're getting everyone checked in. We're getting everybody checked in. Hold on. Stay close. Daydreamer 40. Wow. Yeah, Daydreamer. Yeah, it feels like it's a big show. It's just, you know, it's a lot of people. And normally, like, we can only read for about 10 people, you know. So we'll try. We'll do what we can, all right? All right, let's have a look. Somewhere in time. Somewhere. I'm just going to call you Somewhere Tarot. Somewhere Tarot. So just so that we know, there's a tarot reader in the house, folks. Sarah. Where is she? I lost you. Where is it? This Somewhere in time. There we go. So let's have a look. Sarah Villanueva, Courtney Savoy. I got you, Courtney. Sarah V. I'm going to put you as Sarah, no H, and then a V over here. Okay. Oh, good. Hey, Precious. Did I put you in the house? Precious is here. Precious Moments. Yes. That's Trinity, I believe. Linda Descartes. Did I get you? Did I get you? Did I get you? Oh, Primary's here. Hi, Primary. What's going on? Yeah, we'll be talking soon enough. Don't you worry. No, you're not late. It's okay. It's just taking a long time to check everybody in. There's so many people here. All right, let's just leave it at that for now. I think I got almost everybody. If somebody thinks they have not been checked in, please type something like very loud on the screen. I'm still looking at the screen. Oh, wow. Yeah, where's Giggles? They'll be here later. Linda Descartes. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Where were we missing? I'm just going to put this up here. Everybody can have a very quick look, and we'll see if anybody feels like they're missing. Okay, I see one already. Ms. Zola. Okay, I got you. I got you. One, Ms. Zola. Okay, got you. All right, we got that. Linda Descartes. Okay, Linda. How many times? Sure, I get so confused. Linda Descartes. Okay, dot. Okay. Ms. Catwoman. Oh boy, Catwoman. Ms. Catwoman. You know, you remind me of, she's the Bond girl. What's her name? Catherine, and she's from England. She comes to the show sometimes. I can't remember her last name there. Hot Pink 84. Whoa. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, Hot Pink. Hot Pink 84. No problems with that here. Pink is the color of love. There's a lot of pink in the world of Tarot Lumination. I know Tarot Lumination is a guy, but what can you do? something. Okay. Wait a minute. There's some of these comments are coming up as held for review. So there might be some adult humor going on there that's not supposed to be very overt on the Tarot Illumination channel, because you do know, folks, this can be watched by little kids. Okay, just letting you know. All right, there's little 6-year-olds out there. I know. I think it's Precious. She's got, sometimes her kids show up, and it's fun. We have fun. Okay, incognito, incognito. Yes. Okay. Also, Catherine from London. Okay, let's have a look. Hold on. And I have to still put in Jillian. I have to put in Jillian because I promised a reading to Jillian, UK. Now, Jillian is in the UK, so she won't be able to see the show tonight, but she'll be checking in tomorrow. Just letting you folks know, okay? All right, let's have a look. All right, let's leave it at that. We got about 50 people apparently in the house. So wait a minute, Andrea's here. Andrea, oh, it's first time for Andrea. Ha 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 ha. Shall we haze? Shall we do some hazing? Tarot Illumination hazing? Andrea Michelle Washington. That definitely sounds like a movie star name. Okay. So you're on the 4th page. Wow. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, folks. I hope I get everybody. Honestly, I get, I'm already getting confused. Oh, there's Indigo Child. There's a new one. Indigo Child. I'm sorry you hate your job. Oops. I love my job. I can't help it. I love doing this stuff for you guys. I'm absolutely delirious about doing it. Oh, Angelica Faith. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Angelica Faith. I'm just going to put F, okay? Susanna McBios. Masabios. Okay, that's, I can't read Spanish. I'll just put the name Susanna, okay? So there we go. Let's have a look. Lena. Hey, Lena. Lena, no green effects. You're here tonight. Thank you. No green effects. Okay, Lena NGE. Catwoman 59M. Okay, looks like we got everybody in the house. Looks like everybody's here who's going to be here. Let's start pulling names. I already circled a few. So I'm just going to pull stuff randomly because I just don't really. I see you, Jackie. Hold on. I see you. Stay there. No, how are we going to do this? Oh, yeah, there's too many. There's way too many. Wait a minute. Jackie Sean. Jackie Sean. Jackie. Okay, I got to leave room in case we get more visitors, okay? Okay, you got it? Oh, sweetie face. Sweetie face. Okay, yeah, hi, welcome. So I hope everybody's brought their hot dogs and pickles and relish and your popcorn and your ketchup and mustard and all of that stuff. And preferably if you need to, if you got a little flask that you're carrying with you, that's fine too. If you're in a really cold climate, I hope you've got really warm, woolly, fuzzy socks. And if you're wrapped up in bed, I know some of you guys hide under the covers and watch this stuff in the dead of night on your smartphone in bed. Okay, let's just say that's normal. That's just normal stuff here at Tarot Illumination. It's okay. We're not judgmental. It's not weird. It's normal. Okay. All right. So Elizabeth Martin. Oh, it sounds very professional, corporate. Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth M. Okay, let's have a look. First of all, I'm going to start pulling some names. I'm going to give a reading to Mike Wells. Mike, I hope you're still here. And we're just going to go right to... No, M. Knox, wine time is a bit later. Mike, Wells. Okay, you're going to get a reading, Mike. Okay, let's see if I can make this look kind of orderly. And I promised I was going to do one to Sonia Sharma. Sonia Sharma. I can't fit all the letters in. I'm just going to put Sonia S. Shh. I'll do it like this. How about this? Sonia Sharma. Okay. So go kind of like this. Sorry about the mess, folks. You know, it gets pretty messy here. Once we get warmed up, it gets pretty messy. And then Jillian. I'm going to do a reading for Jillian in the UK, as I promised. All right. And then actually, I'm going to save that for later. And I promised one to somewhere. Somewhere. Okay. And I think incognito. I think incognito needs one. Is that right? Incognito. So we're off to a start. We've got things started. And let's have a look. I want to go back a little bit. Emma. I was going to, because this made me feel all sentimental. So I thought I'm just going to indulge myself. Okay, we got a long list already to get started. Jillian, I'm going to put you on the second list when you get there, okay? So here we go. Mike, you're up, followed by Sonia Sharma, and then Somewhere Over a Rainbow, and then Incognito, and then Emma. All right, I know you got a longer name than that, but you know, it's just a tiny little card, and we have to fit them on the screen, okay? So let's just do this so we have the most amount of room for everybody. Let's just leave it like that. I hope this looks okay for you guys. Let's do this. Let's clear the decks, people, because you know what happens now. Sorry, I just saw that. I just caught you there. Angel Baby Girl and Christine Rogers. Hold on. Oops, Angel Baby Girl. Angel Baby. I'm just going to call you Angel Baby, and Christine Rogers. Christine Rogers. I don't think I put your name down earlier. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got most folks here. Okay, well, I'm glad you're all having conversations amongst yourselves, because it's hard work just to keep the little show going. And by the way, once we start doing the readings, I really won't see the screen at all. So you guys are going to have to amuse yourselves between yourselves. You know, this is what we do here at Tarot Lumination, Sunday Night Live. Oh no. I want to emphasize that tonight, because there's been so many stressed out readings with people. Oh no. No, I'm going to write it like this. Oh no. Tonight is Sunday Night Live. Oh no. You know, this is just like the extra special episode. And just if you would like to imagine yourself here at the campfire tonight, and it's the VIP room at the campfire, if you can believe that. It's actually possible. We can do that on this show, because we can do that. Okay. God, you guys are really having fun. You did having delicious snacks. Oh, that looks so good. Kelly Morgan. I don't have that one. Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Jeepers, I don't know how I'm going to keep up with any of this. Dale Morrissey. Dale Morrissey. Welcome. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Squire. Dale, you're getting a reading. You're getting a reading, Dale. By the way, I'm just letting you know. I feel like I owe you one. And because you've been very supportive. So that's on the next list. We don't have enough room, but on the next list is Jillian and then Dale. Okay, just to let everybody know. So come on, let's just get on with the show, you know? Let's just get on with the show. Oh, Aquarius Moonstone. Yeah. I got you. I'm sorry. Oh, Aquarius Moonstone. I want to thank you so much. The other day, I saw what you wrote in. There was that girl, I think her name was Michelle something, and she got really uppity with me because I just started talking too much, or I was like condescending or talking down to people, and I didn't know what to say. And before I could reply, a couple of you guys jumped in and told her to like grow up or something. So I just thought I'm staying out of this. I'm just staying out of this. I'm sorry if I upset people. I'm sorry if I talk too much or if I go off on a tangent or you think I'm just a babbling idiot. I'm sorry. There's plenty of other channels. You know, if you need to vent, take it out on somebody else, okay? I don't need it at Tarot Illumination. It's so hard. I cannot tell you how hard it is to do Tarot Illumination, to keep it going. It's unbelievable amount of work, and I have to put a lot of spirit energy into it, as you can imagine, but it's worth it because I love doing it. So when people come along and pop my bubbles, it really hurts. I know it sounds like I should be super impervious and, you know, have massive boundary controls, spiritual boundaries set up, but it's not really that way all the time. I'm actually hypersensitive, and that's, you know, the energy goes out and the door has to be open so the energy comes in. If somebody wants to like bust a door down, you know, I can get hurt just like you guys can. Okay. Wow. It's a birthday party. Whose birthday? Whose birthday party? Who is it? Whose birthday? Did somebody say there's a birthday here? Oh, hold on. Be right. Wait a minute. Oh, well, I'm glad. Thanks, Daydreamer. Joanna the Medium. Hold on, Joanna the Medium. We got a psychic medium in the house. Holy shit. Holy. Joanna, the psychic medium, you're here. So I don't know what to say because you probably already know. So feel free to hang around, Joanna. There's lots of wonderful people here. There's a few tarot readers here tonight already. And Joanna, look, so I've heard of you. I know I've heard of you. I saw you somewhere. You're the psychic medium on YouTube. Okay, hold on. Whose birthday is it? Who primary and Elizabeth? Wait a minute, primary, is it your birthday? And Elizabeth? Wait a minute. Who? It's your birthday, Empress? Oh my God. That means there's some Scorpio people here tonight. Where is Empress? There you are. You're going to get a birthday reading, okay? There you go. Well done, Empress. Cherry. Damn, it's taking so long to get everybody in. I'm not used to this. Cherry. Hello, everyone. Hi, Cherry. I'm just going to write you down as Cherry, even though you got a space between every single letter. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. All right, let's just go for it. Come on, people. Let's go for it. Okay, I'm going to put the board aside. I'm going to put the pens aside. I'm going to take the, gosh, we've been checking in for half an hour. All right, let's go. I got to take off my sweat hoodie because we've done the warm-up now. The warm-ups are over and we're going to go for the show. It is now showtime. All right. Here we go. It's Tarot Illumination Sunday Night Live. Oh no. Let's do it like that. We're going to do it like that. And we're going to put the cards right here. Okay? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What did I say? I messed up something. Bear with me, folks. I just put a square out, Empress. I want to make sure I got certain people. Okay, so that's in the second list over here. All right, let's have a look. Come on, let's go for it. M. Knox is desperate? Wait, what do you mean? MNOX is desperate. Uh-oh. MNOX needs help. Did I put MNOX in? Yes, very early. I know I put MNOX in. There you are, up there. Okay, asterisk. We're going for a big asterisk here. Gosh, we're filling up the list before we filled up the list, people. M.Knox. All right, so I'm just going to put that over here. Now, I've got to stop picking names, otherwise it's going to get overwhelming over here. If I look at all the list of names, I get overwhelmed. It's better like if I don't know. All right, let's just leave it like that for now. Oh, Kiss Miss 629. Kiss Miss 629. Well, that's interesting. Hold on. 629 is a very special number in my life, just so that you know. I'm just going to call you Kiss Miss, okay? I hope that's all right with you. All right? Oh, hi, Lopez. Lopez. Let's go. Oh, we've never had this many people. Woo, we've never had this many people. This is crazy. This is out of control. We're out of control. Oh, no. All right, Mike, I hope you're ready for this. I hope you can. Hope you're ready. Here we go. I need some water. I'm already parched. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to Tarot Lumination, Sunday Night Live. Oh, no. It's showtime. Here we go. Cards were already well shuffled in advance, as you know, and we're just taking it up to the last second here. So hang in, people. It's going to get a little loopy here. You never know what's going to happen. Also, I'm going to apologize. I know theoretically I don't have to apologize. It's like, it's my channel. I can do whatever I want. But it's not like that. I'm very, very sensitive to you guys and your comments and your impressions and things. And I just want to let you know like how it works over here. Once I get into the readings vibe, it's pretty much nothing to do with me anymore, the person. It's Tarot Lumination, the concept, and my angels work through me, okay? So please accept that, and it's almost like I have to state a disclaimer like right now, like tarot, online tarot is for entertainment purposes only, and you have to make your own decisions, okay? It's really, really important. All I can do is read energy for you guys and help you read energy for yourselves and reflect back to you. And then you have to make your decisions, okay? Tarot Illumination is not a fortune teller, okay? And I'm sure Joanna, the medium, understands what we're talking about here, especially if you're a really high-powered medium and you see stuff and feel stuff in people. Okay, there's not enough room. I'm going to have to go back here because things get pretty messy once we start rolling. Let's just do that. Tarot Illumination, Sunday Night Live. Oh, no. All right, here we go. We've got a bit more room now. We're going to cut. So, Mike, are you standing by? Because it's all about you now. Okay, here we go. We're going to cut and then read. Ta-da! All right, Mike. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. All right? And then circumstantial energy that we like to call the weather. And you've got the King of Pentacles. So, Mike, you might be in a situation right now where you might feel like around you there are circumstances, people, experiences, perhaps an environment, which is telling you it's time for you to step up and come into your own power, rise up to your true worth, be aware of your own true worth, your own value, not only to yourself, but to others. And this card is simply reflecting that back to you. And if you don't feel like you're that kind of person, it's like, how am I expected to be the King of Pentacles when I got credit card debt? Or, you know, something like that. This is just an awakening. This is an awareness. This is like circumstantial energy saying that, don't worry, Mike. You are this. You can be this anyway. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to have a Rolls Royce or an Aston Martin. It's okay. The important thing, it's about value. Valuing oneself and maintaining the highest levels of integrity when it comes to our earthbound life, okay? So let's go for it. What's the situation, Mike? Okay. Whoa. Big cards. We're starting off with big cards, Mike. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, you might feel as though like maybe life is spinning out of control, maybe in a good way, maybe in a bad way. But this is very much a card to do with what a lot of people like to call fate. You know, that whole experience of, wait a minute, there's Mike, you living your life, and then there's this thing that seems to like sweep it all along and turn it into a magic carpet ride or a trip to the amusement park where anything and everything can happen, and it just all jumps at you from the side of the stage or the road or whatever. And the thing about the Wheel of Fortune, Mike, is to understand that it's always in rotation. It's always going up or it's always going down, but it's always, always working in your favor. It's just like the tides of the ocean. It's just like the oscillations of the planet. It's just like sound waves. It's just like light waves. It's all waves, okay? And whether it's an up wave or a down wave is almost irrelevant here, because the whole idea is to accept and understand that the universe is working for you all the time. All the traditional elements that we call like earth, air, fire, and water, or things like, you know, your friends, your family, your environment, your day-to-day activities, schools, colleges, jobs, co-workers, whatever it is, everything is exactly as it should be, and it's unfolding in a way that is working for you, whether you know it or like it or not. So if it feels like it's going down, please understand you're meant to feel that. If it feels like it's going up, please understand you're meant to feel that too, and then own it, and then figure out what to do with it. So you don't feel as though you're on a roller coaster. You actually feel as though, aha, this is what I need to know so that I can get back to the more like grounded side of myself, where I'm in charge of my life, where I own all my assets, and I'm in charge of my being and my world, and I make the decisions. Thank you very much. So what's the challenge with all of this sweeping, fateful type of energy? Okay, my feeling it's something to do with courage. Trying to figure out, have you actually got the courage to step up to all this level of sovereignty? I mean, that's a lot of king energy, a lot of crown energy. It's very masculine energy here. And it's almost like, to me, it feels like you're being called. It's like you're being called out to, like, come on, Mike, pretend I'm some kind of like dude angel person up there in the great beyond, and I kind of look like your mates and buddies, and you know, maybe I've got bald caps and tattoos, or maybe I wear suits and ties, or maybe I'm in construction or whatever it is, and they kind of, you're on the same wavelength, and they're looking down, it's tapping you and saying, Mike, come on, man, you've got it all, you've got all the credentials and every skills like that, so just come on, it's time to step up, Mike, you can handle it. Your mates are there for you, or at least your angelic mates, so to speak. Let's just call it your angels, okay? I'm into angels, thank you very much. But the challenge with the King of Wands here is like, have you got the nerve? Mike, it's almost like you're looking at yourself in the mirror, getting prepped for the day ahead and thinking, oh my gosh, can I really handle this? Am I really all that? Do I really have the capabilities and the courage and the right to even step up and live at this most like highest, most honorable self, you know, way of conducting myself, where it isn't all about arrogance and being superior or dominating or richer than anybody else and having more power and more stuff. It's about sovereignty of self on the worldly plane, but it would start inside from the courage and the passion from within. So that's the challenge here. The challenge is like self-doubt. It perhaps going through periods right now where you might be riddled with extreme self-doubt about whether you have the right or ability or ways or means to be all of this. The King of Wands is a very noble, courageous, magnanimous, inspiring energy, and it's in the challenge position. So it's all it's saying is that, you know, it's like, you know, if you're born with a lot of natural gifts, Mike, and you're either holding back or withholding or for whatever reason, or you're scared about what happens in the fateful experiences of life, that's understandable, because with great power comes great responsibility, and a lot of people don't want that. It's like you might be one of those people where I don't actually want to be all that, you know, because then it means all the responsibility that goes with it. Oh no. So how are we going to deal with this? Okay, see it as a balancing act. See it as a healing opportunity. Please, Mike, if you can, like stretch the mind, stretch the body, stretch the whole concept of who you are as Mike Wells, and think of it as an evolutionary opportunity here where we can call it, let's tie this in with the Jupiter and Scorpio pattern right now, where this is an opportunity for, let's say, alchemical, like divine, angelic healing, where you can allow the healing power of love to flood in, move into your life in ways that you've never perhaps allowed before, because maybe you've kept the door blocked. Maybe you've used all your power to basically block off what can happen to you in your life or who you could be because you're scared of what happens. The Temperance card is almost a card of like a beautiful painting. It's got that energy of, like, you know, when you witness a very beautiful painting, whatever turns you on, somehow it puts you in a state of awe where you can't say anything, you can't do anything, you just stand there and look at it with like a blank face. That's what I'm feeling here for you, Mike, where this is a situation. The way to handle this is realize that deep down, you are a work of art in your own way, shape, or form, and it is your duty to live out that aspect of yourself without any shame, without any pride, no arrogance, no hiding away. Just be who you are and let that happen. Now, you didn't come into these levels of sovereignty here just by just getting born like maybe handsome and rich or smart or whatever. It took a lot of work, perhaps several lifetimes, to get to the point where you can have the chance now to conduct yourself with this supreme sort of balancing act where it looks like, so let's say Mike shows up and they think, wow, how do you do that, Mike? How the heck do you do that? And you just say, well, I'm just being me. And you don't have to tell them that you went through several lifetimes to get to the point of all the ups and downs, the crushing challenges, and the joyful moments, and then squishing it all together over here so that it turns into what appears to be a very harmonious, balanced self, okay? I feel this reading is very much about you coming into your own and making it look like you just do it in your sleep, where in fact it's incredibly challenging, but you've got the wherewithal to make that happen. And the only challenge is having the nerve to do it. But you can do it. You can do it by treating it as a work of art coming into a state of being. Okay? All right. Thanks a lot, Mike. I hope you get something out of that. And you can like twist that for your own understanding. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. It's the first reading of the night. Hopefully I'll calm down a little bit. We're going to put it all back together. Next up is Sonia Sharma. Okay? Sonia, you're up. So get ready. Hang in there. I'm hardly looking at the screen. I have no idea what's going on, people. I'm just going to shuffle and go to the next reading. So there you go, Mike. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the support. And it really, really helps the channel, by the way, to get as many subscribers as possible. I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to promote the channel, you know, and all that stuff. But I just like doing the channel. I just like doing the reports and the readings, and I just hope people like it, you know. And I hope people subscribe and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, you know, if you want to do those things, there's stuff here on this channel that's kind of fun. Like you can get a raffle ticket for a scarf. You know, there's a video here somewhere where you can get a raffle ticket to get the Terra Lumination silk scarf. And we're going to do a modeling video about that really soon with Abby. Abby's going to be the model. Abby is the model. Okay? So you'll see soon enough. So Sonia, you're up. Okay? So I hope you guys are all having fun conversations with yourselves on the screen there, because I can't really participate right now. I'm just going to dive into another reading and hope something comes out of it in a way that makes sense for Sonia. Now, Sonia, if this sounds like gibberish to you, please understand it might be the perfect reading for someone else, and then someone else's reading might sound absolutely perfect for you. And that's okay. We share here. It's a campfire. We're sitting around the Terra Lumination campfire. Okay? All right. Well, cards are well shuffled. Well shuffled. Okay? So let's do it. I'm going to do a little tiny. Oh, look at that. It's a 2-card split. Wow. Ha ha ha. That's pretty rare. All right, Sonia, you're up. Du-du-du-du. Du-du-du-du. All right, here we go. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to deal with it. Okay? Remember, Sonia, tarot illumination is not a fortune teller. I'm not a licensed doctor or anything. You got to figure this stuff out. All we're doing here is giving you sort of like this heavenly perspective. Hopefully you can like, you know, it can inspire you to make decisions that work for you in your life. It's all about decisions, okay? So what's going on in the background? Oh, look. So with the little Five of Pentacles, Sonia, it's the energy of like, if your circumstances are letting you walk around and feel as though, poor me, poor woe is me, I'm all rejected and lost and poor and lonely, and nobody loves me, nobody knows me, nobody understands me. Don't forget, this is just circumstantial, okay? It might be just a perception issue. Also, just bear in mind with the Five of Pentacles, it's important to realize that the resources are there, okay? All the resources that you need are right there for you. Sonia, it's a question of perception and awareness of where you've come. And a lot of times what happens with the sensation of that's lack or being rejected or left out, I'm not saying that's you, this is just circumstantial energy. Maybe you're in a situation or hanging out with people or places where there's some form of impoverishment some way or another. I'm saying that in a very, very broad term. Maybe it's a mate, a partner, a job, or friends or families, but that energy is around you. And it's really important to understand with the with the Five of Pentacles that you know, so many outcomes in our life are dependent on the decisions we make regarding who we spend our time with, who we allow ourselves to spend our time with, and who chooses us to spend time with them. And so it's a process of natural selection. But sometimes if you make the wrong decision to hang out with the wrong person for the wrong reasons, it can lead to, uh, really, things just falling apart where you do lose everything. Like what happens when you make a bad marriage? You think you're doing the right thing. A marriage is supposed to be an awesome thing, but if you mess up, it can be one of the worst things. That's what happens. It's just fact. Okay, it's not a tarot illumination opinion, it's just a fact. Okay, what's going on? What's the situation? So don't worry too much, Sonia, because you're divinely guided and you are divinely protected. Doesn't matter. In other words, if you're feeling like it's like really totally down and out, and like you don't have any say in it, well, in a way it kind of doesn't matter, because it's almost like, let's just say, if you want to, you could say your guardian angels, I'm using angels again, I guess it's going to be one of those nights, are letting you know that it's okay. It's okay, Sonia. Like if you are responsible for being in a situation which has left you feeling impoverished, either where you've made poor decisions or someone else has made poor decisions and it affects you, but either way you end up with the short end of the situation, or you've left someone with a short end of the situation. This card is very much to do with forgiving and forgiveness and reconciliation, redemption, which allows you to start over. It's almost like, in America, we can do this. We have bankruptcy courts. So if we're talking about, let's pretend we're talking about money. If you're really feeling really, really broke and everything's falling apart, you have the right and the obligation and the duty, if you really want to file bankruptcy. And that clears you. It's like absolution. It's like getting absolution. And it's a beautiful thing in this country. Not a lot of countries have the powerful laws that we have here to protect the down and out, okay? Yeah, we have some problems here, but if you got serious financial issues, it can be resolved. You are forgiven, you are blessed, you are redeemed, and you can start all over again. It's okay, because every one of us at some point in our lives or our past lives or our future lives has messed up in this way, somehow before. And the only way to move forward is with forgiveness, redemption, okay? There's no point in locking people up in debtors' prisons, because that just leads to nothing for everybody. So it looks like the situation is about forgiveness and redemption and moving on and living through that process. It might be scary. You might not be used to the whole idea of forgiving or being forgiven on such a scale. Okay, so what's the challenge here? Okay, the transformation that occurs. With this card here, DEATH, it's a card that it's all about, from my perspective here at Terra Lumination, it's all about transformational energy healing, okay? It's very much in alignment with the, people call this the Scorpio card sometimes. It's the whole idea of that Plutonic type of energy that comes into people's lives, where Pluto energy really doesn't care about your problems. Pluto energy is like the most powerful and the deepest and most profound, almost indescribable, almost has no words. It's the energy of, well, volcanoes, tectonic plates. It's the energy of massive irreversible destruction that creates new life. And in pictorially speaking, on some decks, there's the, what do they call that guy? You know, the guy with the scythe who just cuts away at anything and everything that is not working for you, so that you can have a chance to start all over again. And you might feel as though you're getting like sliced up and hacked to pieces and all these things. That's the challenge, allowing the transformational healing to happen. In other words, you might feel trapped by circumstances right now, and with very little wiggle room, very little chance for movement, or what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? And the challenge, of course, is surrender and let it go, let go and let God kind of thing. I don't want to. I'm not a preacher here, okay? I'm just saying surrender to the bigger energy that's out there, because sometimes there are things above and beyond your control, and all you can do is figure out how to respond. I'm not talking about react. React is on there, is almost always fear-based. Okay, if you're always reacting to life, it means you're always in a state of fear. Like, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? And then you make decisions based on fear. Whereas if you respond, then you can treat life where you have the option to do this or that, where you are responding and taking ownership for the situation. So what happens here for you, Sonia, is that it's the fear of transformation. It's the fear of radical change. It's the fear of going deep into the darkness and the unknown and coming out the other side, because you've never been there before. And that's the whole thing about transformational energy healing. It takes us where we've never been before. And that's why nobody wants to go there, because it's too scary. Nobody wants to go into that deep, dark, black pool. In the 8th house in astrology, Scorpio in astrology, Pluto in astrology, because it's, you know, it's the land of taboo. It's the land of scary. It's the land of darkness and shadows and birth, procreation, and passing away and starting all over. Sometimes it's just too much. It's the place of deep intimacy. Perhaps that's too much. But this is the fear of it, the challenge. It's a huge, possibly a huge challenge for you, Sonia. So how are we going to deal with it? Okay. Well, you're going to sort it out with the 5 of Wands here, some way, somehow or other. Let's just say you're going to live as if. In other words, let's just say there's no point in trying to figure this stuff out. There's no point in thinking that you can battle this directly. The healthy way to handle it is to treat this as your own thing that you can deal with inside. And instead of trying to resist the transformation, please accept the energy of forgiveness and redemption, and don't be ashamed of that. Some people are very, very deeply ashamed about being, being impoverished in some way, and then having to ask for forgiveness and redemption. But it can also be extremely liberating. And so with the 5 of Wands here, I feel for you, Sonia, it's all about being willing to go to battle with yourself, not in a malicious way, but figuring out what it is you have to do and how you have to do it, so you can summon up the courage and do a massive gulp, like, oh no, I'm just going to do it. And you just jump. You allow whatever has to happen to you in terms of deep, profound transformations. You allow them to happen, and you welcome them as a gift, and treat it all as an amazing experience, or the start of an experience of massive transformational healing from within. Okay, the solutions are not out there. The solutions are from deep within, and you're going to have to figure it out for yourself by basically battling against anything and everything that stops you from going here and accepting this. Okay, I'm sorry if that sounds all really complicated and spiritual and wooey, but that's how I'm feeling it. All right, Sonia, I hope you got something out of it. Hope I didn't scare you off or anything. I love it when you guys come to the show, and I'm just doing everything I can for you. I love doing this for you, okay? All right, so somewhere you're up. Somewhere, all right? Somewhere you're next, all right? All right, let's have a look. By the way, yeah, if you want to get, sometimes the viewers just dive in and put their own interpretations on top of the tarot illumination. That's great. So if Sonia, if you saw anything on the screen that resonates with you too, just grab it. Treat that as part of the reading. Treat it as a gift. We're all here to help each other tonight. We're all kind of like in this tribe thing. Abby calls it, and we're going to adopt it and keep it. It's called the Tarot Illumination Love Tribe. In fact, but this is my big secret, folks. It's not a secret anymore. I want to start a band. I want to start a band called Tarot Illumination Love Tribe. Okay? So there you go. I'm working with some people now to help to try and get a little tiny recording studio set up here so we can make more music and do it to higher standards, higher quality. So we can have things like streaming meditation music and streaming get fit dance music and things like that, and nice songs about love and healing and about the healing power of love, things like that. Okay? I don't know how I got onto that. Okay, next up, somewhere you're it. You are it. You are it now, somewhere. Cards are being shuffled. Okay, let's have a look. Let's keep going. All right, somewhere you're up. Wait a minute. There's something about somewhere. Oh my gosh, I have a feeling you're one of those people here tonight. You're one of the readers, aren't you? Oh no. Oh no. Tarot Illumination is getting into deep trouble now. Readers reading for readers. Oh no. More. Oh no. I told you it's going to be one of those nights. It's Tarot Illumination Sunday Night Live. Oh no. So here we go. All right, somewhere. Cards are shuffled. You saw that. You're a witness. We're just going to cut. And we're going to cut again. And now, let's see what happens. Please don't be scared. Please, somewhere, if you have to reinterpret, I know you can do that. And then just type it on the screen for everybody what you think it really means, okay? So that, you know, let's lock it down, you know, do the translation for everybody, okay? So here's the situation, here's the challenge, here's how we're going to handle it, here's the circumstances, and you're going to make the best of it, okay, somewhere? So yay. Well, I'm just going to take it as like this is very much in the now moment. It's like with the Three of Cups here, it's a celebration. This is what it is. This is cha-ching. This is a cha-ching moment for somewhere in the clouds tarot or whatever. I can't remember your name, but it's somewhere somebody tarot somebody. And this is, of course, apple juice, as you know. And I'm just saying, ka-ching. I'm toasting you. Welcome to the Tarot Illumination Sunday Night Live Oh No show. And it's a blessing to have more readers here. It makes it so much more exciting and powerful and fun for everybody else. Woo! So that's my Three of Cups cards for you. It's happening live right now. Bam-o. Cheers. That's like a welcome to the Tarot Illumination Love Tribe. Yay. You're now an official member. Yay. All right, here we go. What's the situation? The D-E-V-I-L card. D-E-V-I-L card. Anyway, so somewhere. I don't know if you're fighting or wrestling these things, or if you're absolutely deliciously involved in doing something that is just like almost so yummy it's taboo, and like it's like There are people around you who would just love to be you and do what you do, but maybe they don't have the courage, or maybe they don't have the whatever it is that you've got somewhere that allows you to be able to conduct yourself with this kind of energy where you give yourself permission to enjoy life to the hilt every now and again. In other words, everybody calls this like the addiction card, or the bondage card, or being a slave to somebody or the circumstances, or all that kind of stuff. And sure, of course you can see that. um, but I like to also think of it as a way to give yourself permission to, let's say, throw off all the inhibitions, because a lot of us live lives that are very, very conditioned and very, let's say, uh, limited. We allow all these exterior things like other people's opinions, um, codes of conduct in relationships, in our religions and our societies, which in some ways are very restricting and binding and suffocating. And my feeling here is that if this card is showing for you somewhere, you might be having an experience of that. You might know and understand this energy very, very well, but also you understand that you have the right to liberate yourself from that by choice. And when you do something like that, it sometimes freaks people out, because so many people are bound with lives that are basically like this, where a lot of us are bound to circumstances, relationships, contracts, people, situations, environments that are very, very, very constricting or limiting, and we're scared to bust out of them, for fear of what could happen. But with this card here, it's also an indication that you do have the choice, and if you want to, it can be very liberating and intoxicating and delicious and exciting, where everyone else would say, wait a minute, how dare you do that? You're making us look dumb. And you're saying to yourself, well, I'm just not digging it so much anymore. I wanted to have a break. I'm going to do something totally outrageous. I'm going to start drinking champagne and eating truffles live whenever I do a tarot reading now. Thank you very much. And I'm talking about you somewhere. So thank you very much. And judge me if you want. Thank you very much. So what's the challenge with all this kind of like pent up energy here that needs expression in its own deliciousness, and which is also, let's say, being held back perhaps by one's own fears? Let's have a look. I don't see a lot of that with you somewhere, but let's check anyway. What's the challenge? The challenge is poise, pause, um, the whole feeling of, you know, especially like somewhere, if you're like Joanna the psychic medium, I think, did I get that name right? I know there's a medium here tonight. I saw the name and she's famous. Anyway, so what my feeling is here somewhere is that the challenge is like seeing yourself in a new light that it's almost like there's a whole new level of somewhere in existence. It's inside of you, and it's almost like it's busting out to want to come out, but you might be scared of doing it for being judged, okay, for breaking taboos in some way. And so the whole idea would put you in a real like quandary with yourself, where you kind of get paralyzed, like, well, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to honor my existing commitments and all my contracts and bindings, and allow myself to be my full, delicious, fun-loving self at the same time? It can really like pull you apart to the point where it's disorienting, where you start to see your life as though you've become disembodied from yourself. When you have some of those like really shocking life experiences, like a huge car crash, or you just got some horrific news or some incredible news, and you feel like your whole body going woof. Oh, excuse me, woof, without that. And it's almost like you're going to faint or black out or have one of those kind of out of body experiences. And with that card here in the challenge position, it's almost like you're scared of that feeling, because you might be used to certain ways of life and certain ways of being that are very, very like established and binding. And the whole idea that there's another option out there for you is so like almost inconceivable that it makes you almost feel like you want to black out. And that kind of feeling can stop you in your tracks. And it takes a huge amount of humility and, let's say, grace to surrender to something that's bigger than us. You know, we're always meeting that. Like the more you evolve, the more you realize there's something bigger and more beautiful all the time. And it means more and more about giving up the self, giving up our concepts of the self in terms of like our earthly notions, you know, the things that we love, and then just saying goodbye to that and letting life flow. And that can be very disorienting to get to the point where, let's say, you're so evolved where you're getting pulled through fate. You know, we're talking major arcana here. You might be feeling like there's stuff happening that's out of your control, and you want to control it and lock it down, and you want to evolve, but you're scared of the evolving because it takes you into a new plateau, a new plane of existence, which is tripping you out a little bit. So how do we deal with this? Let's have a look. Okay, well, to me it feels very simple. You just allow it to happen. You rise up. This is, we used to do this a lot earlier in other shows, but it's, I think of this like a living as if type of card. In other words, let's say these kind of energies and circumstances are totally wigging you out right now. You totally understand, like coming into the reading, like, I get it, I get it. Like you're one of those people, you do tarot and stuff, so your head's way out there in the clouds with energy and angels and everything. Cool, that's fine already. But it somehow it feels like you're being asked to go to a higher level. But that could be intimidating for you to the point where you would stop yourself and trip yourself up because of the fear of going into a whole like a higher plane of existence. And all this card here is saying with the Queen of Wands is like, get over yourself. It's fine. You're okay to move on and evolve and grow. Let go of some old binding way of being and celebrate the new way of being and be really, really nice to yourself. It's like looking in the mirror. We've done this plenty of times. Pretend this is just energy, not a person. There's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very, very magnanimous with her energy. She's very inspiring for others, and she almost like lives for that. She loves to be there with her people, her population, the people who look up to her, and she's more than gracious enough to sort of bring herself into their frequencies and their levels of being, where everybody realizes like, wow, you're just one of us. So that makes her even more cool. So in other words, it's less like there's somewhere tarot person, and the reality is that you're just another person like us, but other people dig you. Okay, allow everybody to celebrate your awesomeness with you. And by doing that, you look in the mirror and say, let's just say this is a question of worth, self-worth, worthiness. You can bring it down to one of these invocations that I use every day here at my own life. And it goes like this: I am worthy. And I'm going to say it with a tone that I'm trying to imply for you somewhere. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am open to receive my own new levels of awesomeness. I am ready. I am willing. I am able to receive that new level of awesomeness and live up to it in that dignified way. And that, I'm not going to say about the not words or the negative side of it. It's all about conditioning yourself to be that awesome, because you are already. It's just a question of owning it, okay? Living up to that sovereignty of self, which you can do, okay? So another toast. Here's a toast, everybody. This is a toast to somewhere who's coming into her new level of being at the higher frequencies than ever before. Congratulations, that's the new you. Awesome. Thank you, somewhere. Oops, I'm not supposed to be showing that. Sorry. All right, there we go. Incognito, you're up. All right. Hope you got something out of it. Let's have a look. Okay, we're just going to reshuffle everything and keep moving. We're just going to keep rolling, folks. Incognito, you're up next. Okay. All right. You got it. All right. Let's have a look, folks. Let's keep going. Okay. Right, here we go. We're almost there, incognito. I really like to have a clean deck, okay? These cards work very hard. We've done hundreds and hundreds of readings with these cards now, and they're still going strong, but I need to keep them pristine for every reading, and it takes work, okay? So we're shuffled, and we're going to cut, and we're going to really cut there. All right. So you're up, incognito. This one's for you. So here we go. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. All right. What's going on in circumstances? What's the weather like? Da-doom, the world. I got to tell you, folks, I've been getting these cards so frequently in the last couple of weeks. It's amazing. I think it's something to do with Jupiter and Scorpio, this big transit that marked the end of an old transit, all that Jupiter in Libra, and marked the beginning of a new transit, Jupiter in Scorpio, for the next year or so. All right, so incognito, you might be aware that one, let's say, epoch or one era, like maybe it's the end of an era for you in your life, and you're starting to see it around you in your world, and you might be wondering, well, what the heck is next, okay? Because it's very beautiful. In other words, it's like the end of a movie. Everything was exactly how it should be. All the scary bits and all the good bits, it all worked out, and then it ended, okay? And it's just what happens. Things have a beginning and a middle and an end. We all do. All this is saying is that you're in that period now where something is ending and something new is beginning. And, you know, we're just going to have to live with it. All right, let's have a look. What's the situation? Okay, let's just say you're already aware of this, what we're talking about. Let's just say you're already aware that one chapter of life is over and that you're starting a new life, but you're coming in a little bit green, a little bit innocent, with all of the best intentions, but aware that there's a lot to learn. There's potentially a lot of goodness out there for you, and that you have a lot to offer. And it's a question of like, well, what do I do with this? Where do I go with this? How am I going to get myself out there? It's a lot of, there's nothing wrong with innocent, because we're all innocent in terms of when it comes to our evolution. We're always moving, evolving further and further into the unknown, where all of our innocence is always exposed at that point of evolution. We have all our wisdom and awesomeness, but we have also all our innocence as well. So you're at that point, you're at that transition point, incognito, where, let's say, incognito, the movie, is over, and now you're starting incognito 2, the sequel. And you're coming in, with some awareness, because you already have like preconceptions and well-established patterns for being incognito, but you're starting all over again. So the question is, how are you going to up the game? How are you going to move on here in this new journey unfolding, in this new chapter? Let's just say it's something to do with Jupiter and Scorpio, because it's convenient for the show, and it makes sense, because then you can look long-term ahead here, start making long-term plans, like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? When are we going to do it? Where are we going to do it? With whom are we going to do it? So that it all works in a way that works, not just for you, but for, like, in everything that you do. So you completely, like, you become the starring role in Incognito, the sequel, where you fit right in, and the next movie starts rolling. But of course, no one has issued you the screenplay yet. You're just kind of going blind. You're actually living through your own movie as you go along. So let's have a look. What's the challenge here? Okay, let's just say work, money, work, changing jobs, or something like that. And the understanding and the acceptance that it is a lot of work. Life is work. There's a lot of work when it comes to loving. From my perspective here at Tarot Lumination, love is as love does. I mean, I love things like music and lyrics and concepts and feelings and emotions and the intimate aspects of relationships and so on. But a lot of loving actions are to do with, like, how are you going to take care of this needy child today? Or how are you going to come up with the money and find the work in order to pay the bills? It's a very loving thing to do, to find ways to figure that out. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? What are the challenges? Challenges with, let's say, creating value in yourself, finding value in yourself, building up in value in yourself, investing in yourself. If anyone believes in you and trusts you and wants to hire you, invest in you, but that's the challenge. You see, this card's in the challenge position. And because there's a degree of innocence here, it might be like, you might be wondering like, well, what am I supposed to do with all my gifts and all my talents? What am I supposed to do like with Incognito, the sequel? How am I going to maximize my talents? It might be a big challenge for you right now. You might be really struggling to figure out, how am I going to rise up to this new version of Incognito? Taking all your gifts and talents and resources that you have already and making the best out of them, and kind of like doing a refurbishment. If you have to, like almost like starting all over again, taking the original Incognito and turning it through, let's say, systematic, regular, consistent work, turning it into Incognito, the sequel, the better, more valuable version of that, some way, somehow. So that's in the challenge position. So you see, you might be feeling it in your physical circumstances, like the challenges and the limitations, and how you're going to work it all out. How are we going to deal with that? Allow it to happen. In other words, if, for example, so don't be scared of the tower, okay? All right. So if, let's say, for example, we got these two big scary cards here. Let's treat them in a good light. If, for example, there's parts of your life that you feel like they're falling apart, and you're wondering what to do, how are you going to hold it together? How are you going to stabilize things? How are you going to maximize your talents so that it all works? It might not be, and the challenge is that you might be really, really struggling to figure that out. Whereas when this card shows up here, the tower, it might be an indication to almost like, get out of the way. If things are going to fall apart, let them fall apart. Instead of, if you're trying to prop up a skyscraper that's falling over, I mean, have you ever seen those videos when they blow up a whole skyscraper because it's easier and faster than trying to fix it? So they just blow the whole thing up, and it just kind of goes, and then they clear it all up, and then they build another one. That's what we're talking about here. And of course, you might be doing everything you can to try and figure out how to avoid this. So with the tower here, it's indicating the way to handle it is to let it happen. If things are falling apart, or if you feel things like the foundations are shaky, or you're not quite sure what to do or how to do it, and let's say all the tangible aspects of life are becoming very threatened in some way, which makes you feel as though like, oh, it's the end of the world. Oh no, oh no. Let it happen. Get out of the way. Go walk far, far away, and then let it all come crashing down, and then figure out what to do next. I know it sounds absolutely crazy as a strategy, but sometimes that's the healthiest thing to do. And instead of trying to prop up something that's already FUBAR, F-U-B-A-R, whatever that means, effed up beyond all repair, just walk away. Okay? Everything on this earth has a life cycle. They come to a climactic crescendo in life, and then they fall apart, and eventually they just completely decompose into nothing. Just walk into an old forest. There's new growth, there's prime growth, and then there's the old stuff that's rotting and falling apart. Just let it do what it does. No harm, no judgment here, and just get out of the way. All right? And then figure out what to do next. Okay, Incognito? I hope I didn't insult you or hurt your feelings there, or touch any awkward subjects. Okay? Emma, you're up next. All right, let's keep going, folks. Let's just keep going. We've got some serious momentum built up now. Emma, I know you're here. Please let me know. Are you still here, Emma? It would be great to see your name on the screen just for affirmations, just so that we know. Let's have a look. I don't know how long the delay is. Sometimes the delay goes on for like, 30 seconds or a minute. So I can't really tell you, but Emma, if you're in the house, still in the house, please could you type it in? I'm looking over here at the screen now to see that you're here. Ah, I got you, Emma. Emma Hall. Okay. All right, Emma, we're gonna go for it. I'm glad you're still here. I think sometimes these readings freak people out and they just leave the show because they're scared. I understand, you know. It can get really, really weird. Like, you know, Joanna the medium is here apparently. So can you imagine going to Joanna, getting a reading? She tells you things that she couldn't possibly know, but she knows. You know, that's what mediums do. And that can freak people out to the point where, oh, I'm never going to do that again. No, 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 no. So it's more of Tarot Illumination Sunday Night Live. Oh, no. So don't freak out, Emma. This is just tarot. It's tarotainment. You know, that's what we're doing here. And we're going to make the best of it so that you got something you can take home with you after the show tonight. All right. And if you want to do this with your eyes closed and plug up your ears, fine. And then you can watch it on the replays later when it goes on the channel, fine. But I'm hoping you've got the courage to hang in and do this live with Tarot Illumination, okay? That makes it so much more fun. All right, here we go. All right, Emma, you're up next. Sorry, I have to bang the cards. I like the deck really clean. Woo, okay, we're going to do a one-card split. Woohoo! Yay, yay. I didn't ask for that, Emma. I didn't tweak that. I'm not a magician. I didn't make that happen. It just happened, okay? So that's the bottom card, just so that you know. Now, here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. What's the circumstance? What's the weather like, Emma? What is the weather like? Okay, so consequences. The whole idea of like, wow, my decisions do have outcomes. You might be in an environment or a situation or a frame of mind right now, or a lifestyle, or like a moment where you're starting to realize, wow, decisions I have made are starting to come true. Things are coming in. Like maybe you wished for things, maybe you manifested things, or maybe you set goals from years ago and you've achieved them, and you can now actually see them coming in and seeing the consequences. Now, there's nothing good or bad about this. In other words, if you planted seeds of chaos and disorder, that's what you would expect to see. And if you planted seeds of love, that's what you would expect to see coming terms in fruition. If you planted seeds of abundance and nurture for the long term, that's what you would see. If you planted seeds of missions and goals and desires and dreams and ambitions coming true, then that's what you would see. Okay, let's have a look. What's the situation? Okay, so it's determination. With this, like maybe you, let's say, maybe let's say you have expectations of things that you would like to come into being, and you're not quite seeing them yet. And the challenge would be to hold on to your dreams, hold on to your desires, hold on to your, let's say, goals and passion and mission, your vision, holding on to it against all odds. But the situation is that you're doing it, you're handling it, okay? So that's kind of good news, even though it might feel at times like the whole world might be against you. In certain parts of your life, there are things that are worth holding on to against all odds, and you're doing it very courageously. What's the challenge, though? Okay. It's almost like, let's say, making decisions, or the fear of making decisions, if for fear of the outcomes. Because this card here, the circumstantial energies, are very much a consequence of our decisions, okay? It's a really strong theme in this little book that I wrote called Love and Healing, about the healing power of love, how so much of our life is to do with the decisions that we make. How are we going to express our love? Love is as love does. Love, from my perspective here at Tarot Illumination, love is the willing decision to go above and beyond, go out of your way if necessary, beyond your comfort zones, in order to facilitate your own spiritual evolution and health and healing, and that of others, perhaps especially a significant other. And that's love. That's love in action. And it might not be fun or comfortable or pretty, but it's still very, very loving. So what I'm sensing here is that if you feel like you have a mission and a calling and you're determined to live up to that, and it's coming at you, or else you're really struggling to find it, and you're thinking like, am I just going to give up and back out and walk away? Or am I going to have to make more tough decisions in order to keep going? Either way, it's like, oh no. Whichever way I go, it's kind of, oh no. Or this, oh no. What if I do that? Oh no. Or what if I do that? Oh no. So it's kind of got, for me, the feeling of a bit of a double bind. In other words, if you desire to follow your ambitions um, against all odds, that means making very tough, profound decisions that will have consequences and outcomes yet that you can't necessarily predict. And also, it could mean that the consequences are so important to you that, you know how people are sometimes scared of destiny? They're scared of their own destiny, that they deliberately choose not to make a decision, which is, of course, a very powerful defense strategy. It's totally legitimate and reasonable, the right place at the right time. Nothing good or bad about that. It's just that it's in a challenging position, um, making important decisions right now. So how are we going to deal with it? How do you liberate yourself from the fear of making a decision, or the fear of making this decision over that decision, or that decision over this decision? Either way, it's decisions. Okay, this is another live as if situation. As far as I'm concerned, Emma, for you, it's almost like tap into this core energy that you have already. There's a lot of passion and power here, and the sense of mission and vision and commitment. And it feels to me like there's something out there that you really deserve, that really suits you, that works for you, that's good for you. And it's almost like being scared to go for it, even though you're absolutely determined to go for it. So you're almost like at a double bind with yourself, like meeting one's self, at the moment of maximum awareness, like, oh my gosh, I wish for this and now I've got it. Oh no, that kind of energy. So with the Magician here, my feeling for you, Emma, it's all about being, it's kind of, when I say living as if, it's like going into the bathroom, locking yourself in, look at the mirror and kind of go and puff yourself up and say, I am all that. I really, really, really am all that. I do have all the resources, skills, and tools, and viability, and talents to do all that and be all that. And by my invocation, I command this to happen. Okay? Nothing shameful about that. It's just about claiming your rights and your power to be you. And not doing it with like, it's not like you're turning into, um, a dictator or anything. It's very much an indication that you have to be very thoughtful and aware of what you do with your power and capabilities. But the way to deal with the situation is claim your power and act as if. Act as if you do have all the power and strength that you need, even though you might be wigging out and feel as though you're being taken right to the limits. You do have the capability, you do have the strength, the resources, the talents, the gifts, and the power to do that. And some of the most, and it sounds strange to link power and decisions together in one sentence, but making decisions are very much to do with empowerment. A decision to not do this can be disempowering. A decision to do this might be very empowering. So it's understanding the power of decision making. Okay, Emma, I hope that helps you. We're going to leave it at that. I hope I didn't touch any nerves or really freak you out there. Please forgive me if I did. We're going to move on. All right, I need a little break, folks. I need a little break. I'm going to play some music. You can hang up, and we've got some more people coming up here we're going to read. I need to take a rest for a moment, so hang in. I'm going to find something for you guys to play with. What can we do now? What are we going to do? I'm going to do the bounce. I want to keep the mood up. Let's bounce. It's a little, oh no, it's a little song I wrote a long time ago when I was just excited with life. Okay, and it's about looking at the world in this having a huge perspective on the world, okay?
This is called the bounce.
Cha Edwin, you got it. TL sip and dance time.
Way out in Tokyo, deep in old Moscow, in some parts of Trinidad, I remember the good times I had, all along the Great Wall of China, on the decks of ocean liners, the Incas up in the Andes, way out in Los Angeles. Let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce. I smoked powwow with Geronimo. I've been downtown with nowhere to go. I made peace between the West and East, and I've met Beauty and the Beast. I swam around the great equator. I started out as sooner than later. I've been out to both of the poles, and I know where you don't go wrong. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce.
I'm still on a break, people. Hang out, dance amongst yourselves. Everybody, it's like musical chairs. Everybody move around a couple of chairs, find new friends, make new friends, hold hands with new people, introduce yourselves, okay? Moving on.
Way out in Tokyo, deep in old Moscow, in some parts of Trinidad, I remember the good times I had, all along the Great Wall of China, on the decks of ocean liners, with the Incas up in the Andes, way out in Los Angeles. Let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce. I smoked powwow with Geronimo. I've been downtown with nowhere to go. I made peace between the West and East, and I've met Beauty and the Beast. I swam around the great equator. I started out as sooner than later. I've been out to both of the poles, and I know where you don't go wrong. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. We got the words. We got the lyrics. Let's just see.
Bear with me, folks. You know, I'll put another song on. Hold on. Stop, 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 stop. I got to stop the music. And stop, stop, stop. I'm going to put another song on. I still need to break. I need to catch my breath. I'm really out of breath. This can just sit over here. Guys, hang in, make friends, get to know each other, exchange your, like, you know, wacky stories. Let me just see what else I got going here for you. Stay there. Okay, I'm just going to put this one on because it's very much in the spirit of Jupiter in Scorpio. These are the lyrics. It's a very simple song, but you can dance to it. If you want to, Abby, maybe you could show everybody how to do the moves. It's kind of an active dance, very energetic tune, and I hope you dig it, folks. And you can do your kind of workouts at home. Okay, here we go. Terra Lumination, Love Tribe Dancer Crew, go for it. Yeah, karaoke. Yeah, we could do Terra Lumination karaoke. That would be so much fun. Of course, we have to have the concert first. We have to have Terra Lumination Love Tribe concerts, all right? We'll figure it out. I'll be right back, just getting a refill. Cranberry juice, folks. Yay. Oh gosh, people, I'm sorry. Let's have a look here. Okay, I'm just gonna like turn it down a little. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay. Oh, wow, man. I don't know about you guys, but it's time to move on. Okay. So, you know what's going to happen, of course. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Let's get organized, folks. During the break time, I noticed that a couple more people showed up. I'm trying to keep everybody's names. I've done everything I can. We at the last minute, late in the evening, Lopez Jennifer, I think, came on, and then Father Lucifer, and then Elvina, and then Scylla 111111, and then SEJ. And I hope I got everybody. We'll see. Anyway, so I've got, that's as, I hope I got a full record for everyone's here. And let me just check on something. I'm going to do a few more readings. Hold on. Yeah. Let's have a look. Stay there. Sorry, I don't do herbs or any kind of, like the biggest deal that I do is a little glass of you know, so-called cranberry juice, and that's about it. I don't take caffeine or any kind of let's say medications. You know, we all have to do some kind of medications at some point to stay alive, but I don't really have a lot of what people call habits. I'm going to put this aside. I've got a couple of names here. We're going to start with Dale. Dale, are you still here? I want to do it in this order. Dale, I think it's Dale Morrissey. Are you still here, Dale? You're still here? Oh, hold on. Sharon Teo, I didn't see you. Thanks. All right. Dale M. Knox, Empress. Okay, something like that. Wait a minute. I just missed somebody. Somebody said they wanted to be added. Sharon Teo. Sharon Teo. Okay, hold on. I don't know if we'll get a chance to read for you because I'm already starting to burn out early. Was it Sharon Teo? Sharon Teo. Something like that. I think I got it. I can hardly see the screen right now. Oh, Miss Catwoman. Didn't I get you earlier? I'm just going to put Ms. Cat 59, okay? Something like that. How about that? Okay, so I got you guys. I got you right there, okay? All right, so Dale, I'm leaning over and I'm going to try and catch the screen here. Dale, are you still around? Dale, are you still here? Dale Morrissey, I think is your name, Dale Morrissey. Can you type it in for us, Dale? Let us know you're here, please. Please, Dale. I don't know how long the delay is. Dale. Oh, Roxana, hi. I didn't see that earlier. Thanks. Hi, Roxana. You're in Denmark or something? There you are. I see you, Dale. I got you on the screen. Okay, Dale, you're up. Jillian is not here, but she's going to be catching the show later. I'm just going to put a mark for you here. All right, Jillian, this is going to be you. You're coming after Dale. Then after Jillian, it's M. Knox. Okay, M. Knox is after Jillian. And then after M. Knox, we've got Empress, because I know you need one, okay? I know a lot of you guys need readings. I know a lot of you guys want readings. And these are all just like freebie fun things. Some people throw in like, there's a thing called Super Chat, but I'm too exhausted tonight. Even if I wanted to do more readings, I don't think I can handle it. So if people want really, really to go into it, you'd have to get the private readings, and you can go to tarotlumination.com and figure that out. And I should probably do things like promotional videos about all that stuff, and how to get your private readings, blah blah blah. But right now I just want to have fun doing readings with you guys because it's so much fun. All right, cheers everybody. Thanks for coming to the show. I love you guys. I love doing this for you. It's like It's a big event of the week for me here. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that you know, I'm dealing with kind of long-term exhaustion from issues that are nothing to do with Terra Lumination. It's just that take their toll. I live in a thing called a human body, which has limitations. I have my limitations just like you guys do in your own way, shape, and form. Trying to figure out how to deal with that and make the best of it, okay? So I'm probably going to call it quits. I don't know if I really got enough oomph, then we can maybe do a few more, but right now I'm already looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 more readings here. We'll see how we go, all right? We'll just see how we go. I'm not promising anything. All right, Dale, let's go for it. Cards are already shuffled. I did a ton of shuffling during the break while you guys were all dancing and running around, playing musical chairs and doing Terra Lumination karaoke. I love that stuff. I love that. So we're just going to go for it, and we are ready. All right? All right, here we go, Dale. We're going to cut. Then we're going to cut. Another one-card cut. Yes! Wow. Totally blows me away when that happens. That's the bottom card now. Okay, so here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. What about the circumstances? Bammo. Works of art. So, you know, the Temperance card is very beautiful. I always think it is something very serene, very, very beautiful. But I also allow for the whole idea that for things to be operating at this level, this degree of, let's say, attunement with the great beyond, with heaven, with the energy of heaven, it requires incredible courage, incredible grace, incredible humility, and incredible surrender, all of which are counterintuitive to our ego. Okay? So all I'm suggesting here, Dale, is that you might be in a situation or an environment where you're realizing that it is possible to be this way. It is possible to be in that really serenely, supremely balanced, poised position where nothing matters. It doesn't matter like who's living, who's dying, whether you're happy or sad, rich or poor, or whatever it is. You're just being in this beautiful, serene space where you just, I don't let this go to your head, Dale, but it's just like where you can think of yourself as a work of art. Okay? And that's being reflected back to you. Okay? And in our own way, each of us is our own work of art. Some people would consider it a masterpiece. Some people would think of it as like graffiti. Some people would think of it as a sketch or a weird doodle. But in some way or another, we are all like a piece of art, like an artwork, as a work in progress. But what I'm feeling here with you, Dale, is that, yes, there is this work in progress, but there's also this sense of like flourishing, of having lived through tremendous amounts of whatever it takes to create this piece of art, which is like in its best form. Like, you know, when you find a really lovely piece of art, everything seems just right about it. The color, the light, the darkness, the shadows, the shapes, the design, the story, the thing that it tells you. And with the Temperance card, it's in its kind of, it's in its exaltation. Let's put it that way. And all that's happening here is you're being reminded, Dale, that you are a work of art in yourself. Nothing good or bad about that. You're just simply a work of art. Let's have a look. What's the situation? So what if you're feeling solitary or if you're all alone? Doesn't matter. You might be deeply wedded with someone. You might be very like blessed with friends and family up the wazoo, and you can't figure out who to hang out with or choose to hang out with. But you could also feel, even in a very luscious environment, you can still feel very solitary and very, very alone. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all of us ultimately have to come to the realization that we are all unique beings. Every single one of us, every 7.5 billion of us, we're all just variations on a theme, the work of art. Each one of us is a work of art, and all we're dealing with here right now is you, Dale, in particular, the work of art that is you. And right now, if you're in a phase where the situation is where you're realizing that it's almost like you don't have a choice except to be with oneself. Some people don't like this card. They don't like this energy. The whole idea of just being with themselves is very disconcerting because there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to go. You can't hang out with anybody when you feel bored or angry. You can't project restlessness or frustration on people. You can't share your exhilaration with others when you're feeling good about something. No, it's all contained, where you realize that, oh my gosh, I am a completely individuated being, and I am glorious in my own right. I am glorious in my individuality and my solitude, and I am just another work of art, just like everybody else. It's just that sometimes people don't like that feeling because it makes them feel isolated or alone. And human beings are very social creatures. We like to be integrated with others. Some people take it so far that they lose themselves completely in other people, environments, and situations because they don't want to be themselves. They don't want to face who they are. They don't want to know who they are. So they're always looking for an escape route. But that's not happening here with you, Dale. It's like, it's just the opposite. The whole idea is that with you, Dale, the situation is right for you to come face to face with who you are and what you are. And let's pretend you go to an art gallery. Let's look at it this way. I'm trying to create an analogy. Let's just say you made a picture or a painting, all right, Dale? In whatever aspect of life, something that you're good at, and you just did, and you put it out there long ago. And one day you stumble across it, and it's online, on a website or a gallery or somewhere, and you look at it and you realize, holy jeepers, I made that. I did that. That's me. But you're seeing it in a whole new light, in a whole new way, and you realize that, wow, that's actually pretty cool. And only you could have done that. You're the only one, you're the only person who can be you. And that's pretty daunting. Like Cézanne was Cézanne. No one else was Cézanne. Cézanne made the Cézanne paintings. Same with Renoir. Same thing. Cézanne didn't paint Renoir paintings. Van Gogh didn't paint Renoir. Cézanne was Cézanne. It's just a realization that you, Dale, are Dale. You are the artist who made Dale. You're living the artwork that is Dale, and that's kind of cool. In other words, it's almost like you're seeing yourself and realizing, wow, that's actually kind of cool. All right, so what's the challenge with all of that? Wow, these are big cards, Dale. What the heck is going on with you? You don't have to tell us, okay? You might be feeling like you're swept along with circumstances, with all these major arcana here, like, whoosh, but you might be a real expert at going with the flow and letting things just happen in this very, very natural kind of organic way, which not a lot of people can do. And that is a gift. That is a talent in its own right. But the challenge here, I think we had this earlier in another reading, didn't we? I can't remember. Anyway, the thing is, the challenge is, let's say, okay, this is going to sound really like a little bit strange, Dale, but it's like, if you're getting this like weird disembodied experience from witnessing yourself as a unique individual, as a work of art, and that's disturbing to you, it's like, wow, I have, am I really that awesome? Am I really that special? That's weird. It can't be. But it's perfectly okay. It's okay to be regarded as unique and special. It's okay to be honored and respected for who we are. Everybody is this to some degree or another. And you might just be in a point in life where you're realizing, my God, I really am a work of art in my own way, shape, and form. But that just might be disturbing for you because you might not have ever thought of yourself that way. And so that's disorienting. And it might make you feel ashamed, like, who am I to think of myself as something so beautiful and so awesome? That's just not allowed. All I'm suggesting here at Tarot Illumination is another oh no moment. Yes, it is allowed. It's perfectly okay to realize how beautiful you can be as a human being with all your flaws. You know, if you want to rip apart a beautiful painting and say, oh, look, you can see the brush marks. Oh, look, you can see where they screwed up on the dark and the shadow over there. Oh, you can see that bit, oh, how they screwed up over there. You can see all the line and the sketches behind the masterpiece. Duh, it doesn't matter. That's still all part of it. No shame, no shame, no guilt, no apologies, okay? So how are you going to deal with that? Okay, well, my feeling is that you don't necessarily have to turn inward here, but it might be an idea to, let's say, be willing to sit with yourself a little bit longer. Let's say you're like one of those people, you show up at an art gallery. I'm just going to make a weird doodle. Okay, please bear with me, people. You know how I'd like to do these little doodles sometime. Let's just say there is Dale, the masterpiece, okay? And there's an art gallery with other pictures around, and over here there's people moving around, and there's that typical kind of like, okay, there's you sitting at the art gallery, just poised, looking at yourself, and there's the bench, and you're just sitting on it, okay? You know, that's what they do in movies. There's you, Dale, just looking at the painting of yourself, and you're looking at it and you think, God, that's really weird. That's me. That's really me? Yeah, that's really you. Wow, I did that? Yeah, you did that. It's okay. And other people are thinking, wow, you're actually pretty cool. Like this painting is really cool. They might not be looking at you saying, wow, Dale, you're so cool for making that painting. They're just loving the painting. They're just thinking, wow, that's pretty cool. And then you start witnessing other people who are thinking like, wow, that's pretty cool. You get to, you know, it's like showing up your own art show, but you show up anonymously, like in a disguise or something, just to see what everyone else is happening and doing it. And that's okay to do that. That's what I'm feeling here with this card. What I'm feeling is that this is you, Dale, sitting in the art gallery, witnessing your own work of art that is you and represents your life being reflected back at you. And this is you struggling with accepting the awesomeness of it and the beauty of it and the tragedy and the sorrow and all the, you know, you know what happens with artists. Sometimes they have very tragic lives, but that's also very beautiful. And this would be you like feeling like the tremors inside of yourself being reflected back to you about all the energy that's contained in the painting being reflected back to you. And you think, my gosh, is that really me? Then having the courage to accept it. So what I'm trying to say here with this Seven of Wands, Dale, it's all about having the courage to accept your own awesomeness and that it's okay. That's all. That's all. Even if you doubt yourself, even if other people think, man, that's a weird painting, or they think, wow, that's the best painting I've ever seen, or some people walk straight by. It doesn't even matter. All right, that's enough. Thanks, Dale. I hope I didn't, like, you know, cause any disturbances there or freak you out or annoy you or anything like that. I'm sorry if I did. I apologize. I will officially ask you to look at the Tarot Illumination disclaimer, which is on the About page on the channel. Thank you very much. And it's on all the pages at tarotillumination.com. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's just another oh no reading on Tarot Illumination Live Sunday night. Okay, Jillian, you're up. Everybody, Jillian's not here. Okay, she's in England right now. She can't watch the show, but she wrote in about certain issues and things. And I'm not even going to bring up the subjects or anything like that. I'm just going to do the reading, and then Jillian is going to figure it out for herself. Now, if this applies to all of you guys too, great. Please make something of it. You know, if Jillian's situation can resonate with you guys too, then yeah, that's cool. You know. All right, let's have a look. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's have a look. Okay. Sorry, I'm just totally absorbed in the readings right now, people. I hope you're all having a super time out there around the campfire, making friends, having fun, telling stories with each other, playing musical chairs, sharing your hot dogs and marshmallows, and all of that, okay? And pass the bottle, okay? Jillian, you're up. You are up. You are up. All right, Jillian, here we go. I'm just going to make a reading for you, and I know you've got issues and things you want dealt with specifically, but that's a little too heavy duty for this show, so we're just going to give you the basic reading, whatever it is, however it comes out. Here's the situation, here's the challenge, here's how we're going to deal with it, okay? So what's the circumstances? Okay. It feels like, for me, the way I look at this, Jillian, is that you would really, really like to, like, almost like get done what has to be done, be who you have to be, want what you, basically get what you want, find what you need, and have it all right now. Okay, so like you have all the answers that you need right now. Okay, and I'm not saying that Tarot Illumination can do that, but maybe this is a help, maybe this is a little starter that'll kind of get you in line with like what you need to find out and figure out and solve in your life. I know we talked about England, and Jillian, I'm just letting you know, I think I wrote to you and I said, yeah, I spent some time in England. I lived all sorts of different places. I lived things that I call them lifestyle package deals. You have everything, and you have everything. You have a whole life, people, careers, and everything, and then poof, it's all gone. And then you start all over again, okay? So some of that happened in England, and I just wanted to share that with you, Jillian, and now everyone else knows too. So there you go. So Jillian, this could be very exciting and fun for you. Let's just say this is just about having a fun tarot reading, okay? And then you are going to figure out what to do with it, all right? And because that's what you want, that's what you need. You need enlightenment. You need to feel that you have the rights and permission to, let's say, express yourself in your own awesomeness. What's the situation? Abundance, absolute abundance in wealth, jobs, security, stability for long term. Now I'm remembering something, Jillian. I think you were talking about changes of jobs. So it's obviously a very, very important situation for you, a very important, let's say, new chapter unfolding with you where everything is at stake right now. The whole idea of, let's say you're one of those people, you've already kind of got things figured out, you're used to a certain degree of stability and comfort and being valued by others and valuing others, where you have a complete lifestyle package deal, and yet this is all in jeopardy because of decisions and, let's call it, fateful circumstances, in such a way that you're having to look at this card again in a new way. Like, what is all this? How is this going to be? What is this going to be going into what we call the future? It's obvious that you want to make it work. You would like it all to work out, but it seems like it's very much in question right now. So what is the challenge with this? Okay, because there's so much that goes with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles usually implies legacy wealth, stability and abundance that you cannot, that's not only just for you, but that you can share with others. It's having enough stability and wealth and substance in mind, body, soul, and spirit, that it all combines into what would be called a good life. And so if you're already used to that to some degree and you want to keep having that, but that's what at issue here, because of whatever you told me in your notes, then yeah, I could see why you would have questions and be concerned and have strong desires about either maintaining this or improving this or ramping this up to a whole new level. Let's have a look. What's the challenge? Oh, I'm not saying oh in a really sad way. I'm just saying it oh in a very beautiful way. With the little Six of Cups here, it might indicate to me that what I feel now is that you might really kind of like have had a very rich, fulfilling let's say, relationship, not just with maybe yourself or a significant other, but with a whole life, a whole lifestyle package deal, a complete way of being, just in the way they do it on those BBC TV movies and episodic shows where everything is just right. There's that beautiful, I mean, England, over in England, you guys have so much history, you have so much nostalgia, and you can look to that for guidance in the future. And you might have a tremendous amount of, let's say, love invested in what was, in your heritage, your past, your home, your family, your people, your loved ones, just like a little old village. There's a little tiny village that's called Castle Coombe, and that's where they filmed a very, very old movie. I think it's called Dr. Dolittle, and it's a famous village in England. It's also like, if you think of Stratford-on-Avon, that's an amazing town in England where Shakespeare hung out. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And there's that amazing thing that they have in England, the whole idea of hanging around in pubs and being with friends and family, and having they can do that in England. You can take little kids into pubs and have a family pub lunch, and it feels very satisfying and wholesome. And so you might have a deep love of all that, Jillian. And the challenge is like letting go of everything that that you hold very, very dear, and what you could now be called your impending past. Oh no. So how are we going to deal with that? Maybe you are thinking like, I wish I could take all the good stuff that I've got with me, everything, everybody and everything that I love, all the goodness, and bring it all with me in the future to my new way of being. How are we going to do that? Oh, look, it's okay. It's okay, Julian. It's okay to understand. It's okay to like let go and move on. Sometimes we just have to move on because we have to move on, even if it means letting go of things we dearly, dearly love. Okay? Because it's almost like it's a historical thing. Life moves in chapters, and we just move on. Like there was a whole chapter. Like if you look at old history books, there's the Renaissance period, there's this period, there's that period, there's the Middle Ages, there's the Dark Ages, there's the New Ages, whatever. And these are all definitive chapters that had beginnings and middles and ends. They had their moments of glory, they had their moments of shadow, and then it's over. So it's an indication here with the Eight of Cups is that, Jillian, it's perfectly okay to have these fears of letting go and losing everything that you love, losing all the good stuff of the past, as you try to figure out what happens in your new opportunities going forward. If you can please just look at it as part of a journey, okay? It's okay to live and love and let live and move on. And it can include, like with all these Eight of Cups here, it includes that there's a ton of love and abundance here, but it's also an awareness that in order to deal with this situation, it's an understanding that you may be called. You might be getting a very strong calling to move on regardless, and that, you understand it deep in your heart and your soul, even if it means letting go of so much that you already know and that love you understand, and instead just courageously moving on, seeing it as a chance to move on into a new opportunity, even if it means you really in some ways don't know where you're going completely. So there's a lot of nostalgia here. There's a lot of like a sense of regret of having to move on and letting it go of things that you might love, but it's okay. It's to me, it feels here, it's okay as long as you understand it as part of a spiritual journey and you don't attach yourself too closely to the three-dimensional aspects of life that are so perhaps rich and fulfilling and abundant, okay? And just understand that there's more. There's more to our lives than our three-dimensional existence. There's spirit, there's love, there's soul, and there's the journey aspect. And it's okay to move on, and don't fear. Tap into the courage, no fear, move on if you have to, and understand that you're bringing a tremendous amount of legacy wealth and love with you. Okay. I hope that helps you, Jillian. I really do. Uh, just look for it in the video somewhere when you get the time, and let me know how it all goes. Okay. Thank you so much. Hope I didn't stir things up, cause too much trouble over there. Next is M Knox. M Knox, you are up. Let's have a look, folks. Let's have a look. M Knox, what's going on with you? Got to shuffle. I need another little sip, people. Excuse me. Cha-ching. It's a real honor to do this for you guys, by the way, just so that you know. And it keeps Terra Illumination in tune, because I don't know about you guys, but you know, it's just like any job. Like, you have to kind of keep in tune, and doing these little shows helps me to stay in tune, because it's very easy, as you can imagine, to fall out of tune when you're doing this kind of stuff. I have a feeling that Joanna, the medium, would probably understand, because people who do the work of psychic mediums are operating at super ultra high frequencies of energy, where they are using, you know, basically high sensory perception, where they're seeing beyond the veil. It looks like a veil to us, but for the medium and the psychic, they're just operating at those super high frequencies. But it's almost like being a very specialized racehorse, or a race car or something, that requires a tremendous amount of energy and resources and maintenance and love and care to keep it going, to be who they are and do what they do. So all I'm suggesting here was that I'm going through my own little miniature version of the same thing, where if I don't like stay kind of in the groove, it's so easy to fall out of the groove so far so fast that it makes it really hard to get back up in the groove again. So I try to stay in the groove all the time without burning out, but also without slacking off too much. And so that's where these little shows come in really, really handy. Okay? Because it works for me, and I hope it works for you. All right, M Knox, you're up next. All right? So I hope you're still here. I hope you are still here and you can handle it. Yeah, I saw that. Eek. Yeah, this is an eek moment. For you, it's an eek moment. For everyone else, it's an oh no moment. Okay? But we can use eek if you want. We'll just put that in for you in your reading right now. Eek. Oh no. Eek. This is just for M Knox. Eek. The next one is probably going to be ouch. All right, cards are shuffled. You saw that. You were a witness. All right, M Knox. Now we're going to cut. I'm going to put that over here. So it all lines up. Let's have a look. All right, M Knox, what's going on? Whew, what's going on? Okay, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. What are the circumstances? Wow. Bammo, new opportunities. M Knox, I don't know if you feel like it's happening, or whether you're kind of getting these lightning bolt moments, or you can feel it around you if there's static in the air. You know, that happens sometimes in summertime, or strange weather situations. You've been around those, you know, when the power lines, you know, go through neighborhoods and stuff, and those big transformers, and they're maxed out, and you can feel it. Happens a lot in like the East Coast, or places where there's a lot much higher humidity, and the electricity is sort of going. Well, I'm feeling that for you, M Knox, where the Ace of Swords is an indication that you're in the right place at the right time to accept this divine energy of opportunity. It just kind of goes whoosh. There it is. It's up to you, M Knox, to grab it. You've got to grab it. You know, so if you don't grab it, it just kind of goes. So the energy of opportunity is very sacred. So you might be in a situation right now, if you keep your perceptions really open and really clear, that you can have a chance to get a new perspective on life, a new truth, because the whole idea about my feeling is that it's all about the truth shall set you free. So when you understand how truth and honesty adds up to being very, very simple, it's very, very liberating when you deal in truth and honesty of your words, your thoughts, your actions, and everything. Because then you don't have to keep trying to figure out complex puzzles. You just be who you are and be true to who you are. Live your own subjective truth. Allow others to live their own subjective truth, and also allow for universal truth. So that's what I feel is happening for you, M. Knox, right now. And you're getting kind of zapped, and you're getting kind of tuned into it like, wow, this is really possible. Oops, wow, eek, yeah. So what's the situation? Coming back down to earth. Wow. Possibilities, seeing things happen, starting to see things happen that you might have hoped or dreamed of in a way that starts to make sense to you. In other words, if you can start to see your life as like, oh, now I get it. Aha. Wow. Thoughts are things. Oh, I wish I'd found out earlier, but it's okay. I'm just getting it now. So when you start to think, those can turn into words, and words can turn into decisions, which turn into actions, which turn into consequences. Oh, I get it. So that's how we create our destiny, by being simple and true and honest and making decisions accordingly, day by day, step by step, minute by minute, hour by hour, however you want to do it. Because that's how you start to see consequences. You make a decision in what we call our past, and that turns into a consequence in what we call our future. So that's what you might be figuring out and handling right now. You're thinking like, wow, I can see how I put myself in this situation, or I can see how I can have a chance to be this or do that, or I can see how I messed up. Oh, wow, I get it. So what's the challenge with this new profound awareness? Okay, happiness. So, but it's happiness in the sort of, some people call it the wish card, like getting what you want and getting what you need. But it can also be kind of like an awareness of happiness. About happiness is something that you can own, that you can own it inside of yourself. Now, this character, of course, is very proud of who they are and what they've got and their own happiness and their own joy. And the thing is that that's fine, but it would be awfully nice to share that with others. So once you realize, M. Knox, that you have the power through your decision-making faculties. I'm not saying it's easy. With the Ace of Swords, this is a big opportunity. It's a big challenge. It's saying like, M. Knox, it's your time to live in the most simple, pure, true, and honest way possible. Okay? I know that sounds simple, but simple is not easy. If it was, then we wouldn't have to be here. We'd all be angels, okay, right now. So what I'm sensing for you, M. Knox, is that you're realizing that you have the right and the obligation and responsibility and the ability to create your own happiness or not, according to your decisions. So that puts you in kind of an awkward spot where you realize, oh my gosh, that's a big challenge. What am I going to do? Like, if my own happiness is ultimately my own doing, that's kind of annoying. Because if you've always lived a life where you thought, oh, happiness, that's just something, I just go out there and I get it. I have to go and find it. I have to have that by finding the right person, having the right love affair, having the right marriage, having the right job, and it all adds up to me being happy. Whereas the realization, the stark truth, might be very uncomfortable in that, oh my gosh, I create my happiness from within, and I alone am responsible for my own happiness. Oh no, eek, ouch, oh. Okay, let's not stress about it. Let's just say that's okay. That's just a tarot reading. And then how are we going to deal with that? Okay, you grab it. You totally grab it and realize that, okay, well, if there was a degree of innocence beforehand, Let's not punish ourselves for that. Let's grab it and run with it. Give yourself permission to make bold, courageous, self-satisfying decisions that make you happy. You know, it's really, really, really important to love yourself. Love yourself first. I know it sounds maybe absurd. You might have been brought up and raised in a way that everything we're talking about here in this reading sounds completely cuckoo, completely absurd. Like, what? I create my own happiness. I have the right to be happy. Not only that, it is my number one obligation and duty to love myself first and be happy from the inside out. What? What are you telling me, Tarot Illumination? All I'm saying is that that's just how I feel it, you know. And you don't have to believe me, you know. This is just a tarot channel doing tarot entertainment or whatever. But all I'm suggesting here is that if you want to make the most of this reading, my feeling is that you do have a right to be happy. You do have a right to make the decisions that work for your ultimate best benefit, and then go for it. And once you own that happiness on the inside and you know it, it's not something you have to be ashamed of or scared of. It's something that you can share and realize that that's kind of a cool thing. And okay, that might be a new concept to you. With the Page of Wands, there's a high degree of innocence, but the intentions are good. Like, say, once you get used to this formula, this understanding of how it works, then you can take that into the future with you and do something really cool with it. Whatever that might be, you know. Give yourself permission to do this or that, or be whoever else you've always dreamed or desired of being, and then go for it. Okay? Maybe not easy. Simple is not easy. But this is the opportunity. This is the time. This is the moment. All right? All right. Thanks, M. Knox. I hope that makes sense to you in some way or another. Please. Okay. That was yours. That was your special for you. All right? Now we're going to go back to the regular show, which is just Tarot Illumination Sunday Night Live. Oh no. Okay, just a regular oh no. All right, Empress, what's going on? It's you. It's all about you now. I'm glad you're not shy about putting your screen name there as Empress the High Priestess. Kind of cool. Hey, Giggle's here. Wait a minute. I just saw Giggle on the screen. What's up, Giggle? I got to put you on the board. Hold on. Hold on. Just bear with me. It got kind of busy here tonight, Giggle. And everybody earlier on, you know, the regulars, they were asking, where the heck is Giggle? And I just saw you on the screen. So I'm going to put you over here. What's that thing they have? You ever heard of that saying? They have that in British pubs a lot. You know, with Jillian, we were talking about Britain, England earlier. There's a pub in England, and I think I remember it's called the First In, Last Out. You know, because they're pretty strict about pub times and pub hours over there, drinking times and all that, the alcohol laws and everything. And so, you know, there are people who are like, they're the first person in the pub and they're the last person out. Now, I don't know why I said that for you, but it's the upside down thing. You might be the last person in the room, and you might be the first one out. You go, I don't know, but thank you for showing up, okay? Ivona, wait a minute. I just saw Ivona and BSU. Oh, my God. Hi, Ivona. Too late for reading, sorry. BSU, got you, I got you. I got you. It's like the old crew's here now. Okay. I got you, BSU. BSU 1960. I got you. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh, there's another one. Mary Chavez. Mary Chavez. Okay, I'm just going to put that here. I don't think I got you earlier. Mary Chavez. All right, let's see what's going on. I know it gets very complicated. So I think favorite in the background is doing supportive readings. It's kind of cool tonight. We've got favorite. She does readings. We've got somewhere something tarot. We've got Joanna the medium. I don't know if anyone's still here, but I thank you all for showing up. It's kind of cool. All right, Empress, you're next. You're next. I got to tell you, folks, I'm getting really kind of burnt out. I'm getting that really spaced out feeling. I love it. And I totally love being there with you, but it also means that my body has reached its limits too, sadly. Okay? All right, here we go. Empress, you are shuffled, and we're going to cut and read. Here we go. Let's have a look. Situation, the challenge. How are we going to handle it? What's going on in the background? What are the circumstances, Empress? We had this earlier, okay? So let's just say, maybe you know this or not, or maybe you feel it and you just don't want to deal with it. But the whole idea of accepting that there's this whole thing ahead of you where you know you have to go. Maybe you don't want to go, but you have to go. You're just being guided. You're guided and you're protected. And it's just kind of an acceptance that it's almost like not even knowing the hows or the whys or the reasoning behind it all. It's just like this intuitive spiritual knowing that things change. And there's so much, like there's, you know, with all those cups there's already so much love that's you might have lived through. You might have this awesome history of loving and being loved. And then it didn't happen. And then it started again. You know, different places, different people, maybe siblings, maybe parents, maybe children, maybe spouses, maybe lovers, whatever it is. It's all kind of in the books of history. But there's you still moving on, still on your spiritual journey, because that never really stops. Some people become so like enamored with the physical world that it becomes very, very hard to understand that we are more than that. We are spirit, and that we're always on this evolutionary journey. But luckily, I think, Empress, you kind of get it. All right. So what's the situation? Okay, you understand it. You do get it. You do realize that new things are unfolding. New opportunities are there for you, ahead of you. And the question is, what are you going to do about it? Where are you going to direct all your spirit energy? Because I have a feeling that there's a lot there, let's say, in your credentials. You've got a lot to offer. That's my feeling, Empress, is that you have a lot to offer. And the question is how to like sync up your own spiritual path, your own evolutionary path with what works for you, but in a way that has relevance for the rest of us here. Okay? So you don't feel as though you're just kind of wandering off, you know, up into the mountains and, you know, meditating or whatever. It's more about how can I become totally immersed in the world, be totally engaged with the world in such a way that's in spiritual alignment with my true being, so that you kind of like, not that you get the best of both worlds, but you're actually conducting yourself to the best of your ability in the both worlds. In other words, it's like bringing yourself into full alignment with yourself in a way that works. Sometimes that can be really hard to do. You know, a lot of people would love to be a psychic medium, but it's actually a pretty tough job. A lot of people, you might have a desire to be this or that, or some kind of healer, or some kind of guide, or whatever it is you might desire to do. And you can see the opportunities in front of you. But it's a question of like fine tuning it and getting it into it's just the way that works. But you're at the early stages here. It's like witnessing that and seeing that and feeling it, and then figuring out what to do with it. Okay? So if you actually want to put these very, 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 very close together, I think you can see what we're talking about here, just simply from the imagery, okay, Empress? I hope you kind of get it. And weighing things up, again, with the twos, it's very much about decisions. Over here, over there, a bit of this or a bit of that. Should I be like a vegan food consultant, or should I be a highly spiritual like foot massage therapist, or should I learn acupuncture, or should I become a counselor, or should I become a school teacher, or whatever it is you're going to do with your passions and your desires and ambitions in such a way that has a very strong sense of spiritual alignment with your journey in life going forward. Okay, so what's the challenge with all of that? Okay, you might be stuck, really, really stuck in that energy of woe is me. So Empress, whenever I see this card, I'm always reminded of like the understanding that energy flows where attention goes. And you might not even be aware that you're doing it, but if you're consumed, like if the future prospects are here, and yet your present energy is focused on the could have, would have, should have, if oh, if only this, if only that, oh gosh, I could have messed up. Oh, I missed this love here. I had this wonderful thing there. And oh my gosh. And you kind of get all wrapped up in the coulda, woulda, shoulda, if only type energy, which would make sense here because it looks like there's an awful lot. There's an awful lot of love that you have known, shared, and treasured, others with you and you with others. And that can make you very sentimental and linger on the things that could have been even better. But you're about to find out what's better by moving forward. But it's very hard to move forward if you're consumed with what was. Okay, so all that happens here is a reminder that energy flows where attention goes. So the challenge is redirecting your attention to where it needs to be, which is always on the solution, which is love. This little miniature tiny ace of cups here. It's the universal medicine. It is the healing power of love, and it's right there waiting for you as soon as you're ready and willing to refocus your attention on what really counts, which is honoring this new journey, chapter in life unfolding for you, which is demanding your full attention. But that's the challenge. That's the challenge. You know, not really being ready or willing or able to give it your full attention because you might be in this limbo land. You know, it's separation between what was, what is, and what could be. Okay, getting all tied up in that. So how do we deal with this so that you can, you know, feel the momentum and move on? Okay, power, ultimate, absolute power. I don't want to turn this into a personal reading where it's about the people or a person or male. This is very strong masculine male energy of absolute supremacy. So where they literally do whatever they have to do, be whoever they have to be, make whatever decisions are necessary in order to serve themselves, which as far as they're concerned is the best thing for everybody else. Sometimes the emperor energy can get a bit carried away with itself, thinking that whatever's good for me is good for everybody else. You know, and then you have the energy of the despot. Okay, all I'm suggesting here with you, Empress, is that be aware that you are the ultimate arbiter of your own destiny. Okay, only you can figure out what you have to do, where you have to go, how you have to do it. It's all on you. You make the decisions. You make the calls. You can get advice from other people. You can outsource your advice and things and feelings. You can delay the decisions. You can, you know, have some nostalgia about the past, have dreams about the future, have some reservations. You can stay stuck in the now if you want to and just focus on what was and, like, you know, maybe eventually get to the realization, oh gosh, I really, really have to focus on the love and moving on. But ultimately, it still all comes down to you and making those important decisions, one decision at a time, because that's how you empower yourself, one decision at a time. So all I'm suggesting here with the Emperor, Empress, I just noticed that. Look, ha 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 ha. A tarot illumination moment of humor. Look at that. The Emperor and the Empress. So let's take it a step further the tarot illumination way where the whole idea is, Empress, you become married to yourself at a higher degree than you've ever done before. You honor that sense of self. You honor your right to be the full Empress by giving yourself full and absolute permission to be you and make the tough decisions that you have to make and just do them. And don't bother to ask for apologies or exceptions or ask for permissions from anyone else, okay? Life moves on. You might have to say goodbye to the certain past, certain whatever's what ifs, and put it all on the shelf of nostalgia and history in order to be very present and live in the now. Taking full power, making your decisions in the now to activate your ongoing spiritual journey, which would be felt in your regular traditional life, which is all about making decisions anyway. So Empress, okay, I don't want to beat it over too much, but love you first. Honor that side of yourself, which needs to be honored and respected. Give yourself the right and permission to make big, bold, brave, courageous decisions to move on and then move on. And that's how you activate your destiny, by your decisions. Okay? All right, Empress, I hope that makes sense to you in some way or other. And that I'm not going to say I'm hoping that you can do this. You are going to do this. You're going to be this. You're going to do whatever it takes. All right, Empress? All right, let's leave it at that. I'm pretty much completely shredded here, people. So I don't know what to tell you. I'd love to read another 10, 20, 30 readings. It looks like there's 40 people here now. That's a lot of people around the campfire. It's getting very crowded. I can't really do much more. My lungs are burnt out. My throat is burnt out. My tongue, the roof of my mouth, everything is aching and sore. But I'm very, very happy. I just wanted to let you know. Okay, so we're going to put the cards aside and we're just going to hang out and have fun. Okay, everybody? So that is the end of the readings for the show. Now we're just going to hang out and have a few laughs and wind down for the night. Okay, you know the drill. You've done this before. Let's see. Let's get something courageous. We're going to do that fighting song for Empress, and she's going to take us out with that song, all right? Fighting well. We're going to do that one. Hold on. Let's have a look. Hold on, I'm going to start again. Hold on, I want this to be big and loud and bold, people. Okay, dance and group to yourselves, people. Get up and dance. Put your headphones on, even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Start healing yourselves, okay? Good night, Primary. We'll talk soon, okay? See ya. Heather, what are you doing here? Hi. Khalid. I've missed two. Path Traveler, Tabby B. Hold on. I don't want to play. I'm going to put on one more song just to hang out. I'm just going to put on one more song and slowly unwinding here. It's been a lovely evening with you guys. I just want to do one more song and hang out with you till you all fall asleep. Hold on, stay there. Hold on, stay there. Don't go away, folks. I am protected, I am guided. Protected, I am guided, I am protected, I am guided. It's just a little song I wrote. It's called I Am Guided. Okay.
I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. When the light of hope it fades, when all faith is blown away, when all sense of trust goes down, when a smile turns into frown, when it feels there's no relief, nothing in which to believe, desperate in woe and grief, angels come reminding me, I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. Angels gather close to me, show me what I cannot see. Angels take me by the hand, lift me when I cannot stand. Angels lead me through the dark, soothe and tend a broken heart, laughing at the circumstance, crying while we sing and dance. I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. When the light of hope it fades, when all faith is blown away, when all sense of trust goes down, when a smile turns into frown, when it feels there's no relief, nothing in which to believe, desperate in woe and grief, angels come reminding me, I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. Angels gather close to me, show me what I cannot see. Angels take me by the hand, lift me when I cannot stand. Angels lead me through the dark, soothe and tend a broken heart, laughing at the circumstance, crying while we sing and dance. We are guided, I am protected, we are guided, we are protected, we are guided, I am protected, we are guided, I am protected, protected, I am guided, I am 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 protected.
Wow. I'm going to play another song. Stop. Enough. Hold on, stop. I'm going to play another one just for kicks. Yay. I haven't done this in a long time. This one goes out to my sweetheart, okay? Okay. This is called Through the Ether. Oops, I picked the wrong file. I pressed the wrong button. Stay there. Don't go away, folks. Chat amongst yourselves, okay? There it is. Here it is.
Through the ether. Laying up and around in our mountains, in our seas, in our forests, with all of our stones, exploring one another, pushing our boundaries like new lovers. And you comfort me through the ether. And you tell me, I can tell that you're worried about me. And you assure me through the ether that we're okay. Everything's gonna be okay. That you're holding my hand all the way. La 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 la. Our innocence is becoming so apparent, and our magnificence at the same time too. With your permissions and our shared ambition, I get the chance to discover our truths. And you comfort me through the ether. And you tell me, I can tell that you're worried about me. And you assure me through the ether that we're okay. Everything is gonna be okay. That you're holding my hand all the way. That you're holding my hand all the way. Holding my hand all the way. Holding my hand all the way.
I'm going to play it again and then call it a night, folks.
Through the ether. Laying up and around in our mountains, in our seas, in our forests, with all of our stones, exploring one another, pushing our boundaries like new lovers. And you comfort me through the ether. And you tell me, I can tell that you're worried about me. And you assure me through the ether that we're okay. Everything is gonna be okay. That you're holding my hand all the way. La, 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 la. Our innocence is becoming so apparent in our magnificence at the same time too. With your permissions and our shared ambition, we get the chance to discover our truths. And you comfort me through the ether. And you tell me, I can tell that you're worried about me. And you assure me through the ether that we're okay. Everything is gonna be okay. That you're holding my hand all the way. That you're holding my hand all the way. Holding my hand all the way. Holding my hand all the way.
Okay. So, yeah, the after party, it's over at M Knox, just so that you know. Terra Illumination is completely kaput, worn out, beat up, ridden hard, and put away wet, as they say in the horse business. And that's pretty much the end of the show. You know how I don't like to close the show. I just want to keep it going forever, but I can't. I have a body like you guys, and I can only handle so much. And it's done. It's been wonderful. I love reading for you guys. Whoever got a reading, I never ever check back. I never look at readings again. As soon as the readings are posted and read, they're gone. They're out there. And I'm already moving on with the next stuff. And I hope you don't mind about that. I don't know how else to do it because you know, it's all about being in the now and just doing that. And so I'm just doing what I can to be here for you guys so that you can get the best out of it, so that you can have an awesome life yourselves. I feel very, very, very fortunate to be alive, very blessed to be alive, that I have a chance to be this person in this body, in this lifetime now, here today, for you, doing what we do here. And I wish I could do more. I'm planning to do more. I want to do more. And it's so much fun. I love sharing this with you. And I love how you guys share all yourselves with me here and how you share all yourselves with each other. It's a beautiful thing. Exponential growth. Love breeds love. Love breeds love. Planting seeds of love. Be loving, be loved, everybody. Be loving, be loved. Be loving, be loved. Okay? All right. So I'm going to call it quits now. I hate to pull the plug, folks, but I got to pull the plug. I got to pull the plug. I know. You know what? I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to let it sit here for a few moments. I'm going to go to the restroom. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let it be very peaceful and quiet for a minute. And because there's so many people still here and you're still chatting, I don't want to mess that up. So I'm going to let things roll, and we're going to wind things down gently. I'll be back in a little bit. You guys hang out with yourselves. Treat this as your after party, okay? Go for it.
Sing the word, share the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, fight the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, whisper the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing it out, take the word, share the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, fight the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, whisper the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing it now, feel the word, share the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word,
I hate to do this. I'm going to do it. I got to pull the plug, people. It's been a lovely evening with all of you. Thank you so much for another lovely evening with Terra Lumination, Sunday Night Live, Oh No, special edition. And I wish I could have done more readings for all of you. And we just do what we can here, all right? So you guys all have an awesome week. Make the best of it. And love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. And we'll do this again, all right? Good night for now. Have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye. Everybody say good night. Be nice. Say good night. Okay. Okay. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Favorite Darkness. Thank you for all the readers. Thank you for all the guests. Thank your angels. They're out there waiting for you to speak to them. Okay? Bye-bye now.